I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us. Oh, calm. It's the reason you're in this predicament. And I'm your only way out of it. Indulge me, and at least hear me out. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free. I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an Illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden. One that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting. And Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one. Archdevil Supreme. Me. The Hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them. Hidden. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited. Ever watching for more than 1,000 years. For a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's steel and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting, right up to the moment the world ends.
Brothel? Pleasure house?
Trust no one. Things have stayed interesting.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course. I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? How interesting. No doubt he impressed upon you the need to do so. And what did he want in return for this knowledge? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. Tell me, you turned him down. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it. no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Such a prude.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone at Shire's caress is a...
Sleeping in the gutter, then that upset him.
With a flick of the wrist. Someone there? With pleasure.
Doesn't make any sense.
It will when you've met the dragon.
Let's move. Gortash has been named Archduke. Time to pay Worm's Rock a visit.
I wish I could kiss you better. I mean, to try.
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait, I know you.
I most certainly do. Jara is the most valued.
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening? I'd heard tales of mind flayers, talons sharp as daggers, and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly. Its blood shimmers like silver. Is it not in the Illithid's barbarity that we find its splendor? Your eyes are no less monstrous, I assure you. A lesser woman might be frightened, but I am no lesser woman.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens, and your heart skips a beat. The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flare is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine. But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here, you are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be? You are more than revered. You are worshipped. An epic sung by the bards. A legend known to the scholars. A god among mortals. When the hosts of the plains raise their voices in harmony, it is your name they sing, and your grace they seek.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me. If you seek rapture, find it elsewhere. I can show you but once.
the drow.
Not bad. I've had better days. And worse ones.
I'll take that.
Set your worries at ease. You're in safe
You're not
hands.
wearing armor to meet my mother and father. We're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my
My
parents.
body burns.
Get him while they're on!
Oh, Father, give me strength.
Brothel? Pleasure house? Den of decadent delights?
Let's get going.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his heart.
Succulent seafood, straight out the sea. Take your pick. Nothing fishy but my prices. Get your seafood here.
better than fights. Ain't me such a pretty noses.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone at Chares's caress is a professional. Lovely painting.
Better off steaming in the gutter than that den of iniquity.
Hey, open your mind. You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? Ugh, I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found?
Gods. Stelmane is really gone then.
A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
What now?
We are not in trouble, sister. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. When the music stops, you and I, we will continue dancing.
I put it on especially for you.
Je crois que c'est celui qui a le meilleur équipement. Regarde. Une très rare. Une épique. 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 Épique.
Don't touch me.
Is your boss here to enjoy himself?
That blacksmith was paying clamping by.
Quite to his taste.
Sorry.
Our him is rather fine. But I suppose not nearly enough for him.
So, no deal with Raphael. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction anyway. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Not quite. Above all else, protecting our base of operations in Baldur's Gate was the reason I had to surrender my memories to begin with. Or at least, that's what I was led to believe. We should look for someone to point me in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll have little recourse but to wander the whole city searching. I know what you mean. And under different circumstances, I'd like that too. But first things first, I'm afraid. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering. Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice. Very serious of you. Just the one?
and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've
Such a
Birthday boy's just nervous,
confuses
but
me
don't
for a
worry.
member of staff.
Everyone is Shures's caress is a professional.
Buy a painting. Go on, treat yourself. Get your art here, fresh off the easel.
An apple a day keeps the absolute away.
Brothel, pleasure house, den of decadent delights.
Bigger, smaller, in-betweener, I've got 'em all.
High-class lodgers, low-class prices. You won't find more flavor for less.
Such a prude.
Get your art
Birthday
here,
boy's just
fresh
nervous,
off the
but
easel.
don't worry. Everyone is Shures's caress
Molly?
Good. Let them see you taking
Up
charge
there,
of your pleasure.
Danthlon's dancing axe. The Harper's safe house Jaheira mentioned.
You told me the armor was a bug.
Hells! Not this again!
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
Try to climb up one, you madman!
No door to unhin.
How else was I supposed to see the rock face?
Anything.
It was! But good armor is hard to
Yes,
find.
but they were Gortash's idea, which makes him the inventor.
How about we settle on the Gondians and Gortash invented them?
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job. Whether you're getting hammered or getting armies, they don't care about stupid things.
Whatever we need, we can get in Worm's Crossing.
Apple a day keeps the absolute away.
Why is everyone acting so normal? The Absolute armies are coming.
I'm not doing anything. I mean, good day to you. This is safe to take. You're absolutely sure?
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not close to Duke Ulder Ravengard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? I know Ravengard, and last I knew, his spawn wasn't sporting those horns. The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it. Valyria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorn. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
With Gortash, he's ordered his guards to stand down if we're willing to seek him out.
I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
I almost believed you this time.
Stomping around.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2, shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3, bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. Nonsense. Stelmane was no less worthy of life or success because she was disabled. Her death is no blessing. It is a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. What are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Okay, but it isn't like that. I'm not a criminal. I just needed the gold. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. All right. It's all hidden up on the roof. I just wanted to be safe. I'm not a coward. I'm not.
About those steel watchers? When you...
Hunting around.
Judging you. I don't like it.
You're not being
Lord
paid to like
Gortash
it.
is expecting.
If I were you, I'd focus on my own job and leave the steel watchers to theirs.
Lord Gortash is expecting. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to Lord the audience. Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I'm not sure I believe her. Really now.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
You're not being paid to like it. If I were...
your mouth.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Ravengard is a charlatan. Like every last.
Hush! Patriarchs are upstairs. Lord Janeth could call for me at any moment.
Expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What my friend means to say is that the witness must have been...
Make your way to the audience chamber.
Careful, I bite. What can we risk? Challenge. Like a wraith. It's a mild class in here. Quick and easy. Bless the oblivious.
Lord Portash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What you doing in the house?
Calm down, dear.
The house was on fire. We were rescuing.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Who doesn't want this? It's the other. He wasn't even hurt.
Mistake. Leah Truck.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
You've been seeing that for ages. We're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
Jump, stomping around. Need someone who's got
I spoke
flaming
to a witness
fists.
who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
My friend means to say.
I can't let it glaze that Pizia. He wasn't even hurt.
Leah Truck.
Better.
That's why nothing's gonna
I
happen to
almost
us.
believed you this
We'll
time.
tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
You've been seeing that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know.
People used to respect.
All we can do is be
Now they
patient.
call for the Steel Watch.
The house was on fire. We were rescuing.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the
Calm
house
down,
before
dear.
the fire
It
started.
won't happen, I swear.
I can't let it glaze that Pizia.
Means to say.
He wasn't even hurt.
Who doesn't more fist for the cost of that thing?
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll
Better.
tell them what happened, and we'll
I
be home in
almost
no
believed
time.
you this time.
You've been seeing that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
The house was on fire. We were rescuing.
Jump, stomping
I
around.
spoke to a witness who says you entered the
Calm
house
down, dear.
before the fire
It
started.
won't happen, I swear.
I can't let it glaze that Pizia.
My
He
friend
wasn't
means
even
to
hurt.
say is that the witness must have been mistaken.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us.
Better.
We'll tell them what happened, and we'll
I
be home
almost
in no
believed
time.
you this time.
You've been seeing that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
The people used to respect the fist. Now they call for the Steel Watch.
The house was on fire. We were rescuing.
Calm down, dear.
I spoke to a
It
witness
won't
who says
happen,
you
I
entered the
swear.
house before the fire started.
I can't let it glaze that Pizia. He wasn't even hurt.
My friend means to say is that the witness must have been.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
I almost believed you this time.
You've been seeing that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Better.
You've been sitting there for ages, and you're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
The people used to respect the fist. Now they call for the steel watch.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house
I
before
can't really
the
glaze
fire
that
started.
pizza. He wasn't even hurt.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Could have hired 24 more fists.
You've been sitting there for ages,
I
and you're
almost
still here.
believed you this time.
What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient. Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the
I
house
can't really glaze
before
that
the
pizza.
fire started.
He wasn't even hurt.
Needs them when you've got flaming fists.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Better.
You've been sitting there for
I
ages,
almost
and you're still
believed you
here.
this time.
What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
The people used to respect the fist. Now they call for the steel watch.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house
I can't really
before
glaze
the
that
fire
pizza.
started.
He wasn't even hurt.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Better. I
Hired
almost
2
believed you this
dozen
time.
more fists for the cost of
What
that
are they waiting
thing.
for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient. Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the
I
fire
can't really
started.
glaze that pizza. He wasn't even hurt.
Jump stomping around. Who needs them when you've got flaming
That's why
fists?
nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Better. I almost believed you this time.
You've been sitting there for ages, and you're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
The people used to respect the fist. Now they call for the steel watch.
Calm down, dear.
I spoke to a
It
witness
won't
who says you
happen, I
entered the
swear.
house before the fire started.
Oh, I can't really glaze that pizza. He wasn't even hurt.
What my friend means to say is that
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Better. I almost believed you this time.
You've been sitting there for ages, and you're still
Hired
here.
2 dozen
What are they
more
waiting
fists
for?
for the cost of that thing.
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All
can do is be patient. Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Says you entered the house before the fire started.
I can't really please that PTR. He wasn't even hurt.
Stop. That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Better. I almost believed you.
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
The people used to...
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Portage is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Ah, they're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
It's more than that. The way they look at it.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I'd focus.
Trespassing can be easy. Getting out alive is the hard part.
Merde. Putain la merde.
Lord Portash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Oh, I can't bloody graze that pizza.
Down the door.
He wasn't even hurt.
Portash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Portash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest Patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, but a moment. The Blade of Frontiers graces our halls, and he's wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my Steel Watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
You look carefully, but discover nothing.
So Ketheric was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise, but you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hell's...
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Still breathing, despite everything.
A young pink clary would more fit the occasion. Bring it at once.
Until they prove.
And away I go. Just out of view. Better be cautious.
Trespassing can be easy. Getting out alive is the hard part, as you're about to learn.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Poor thing. You've had a tough go. And you don't know the half of it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. To the slaughter, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Will ought to know what happened with Mizora. Whatever she has in store for him can't be good. Very serious. Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? I met you before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Absolutely not. We've hit our quota for mangy strays.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you. I brought my own...
Well met. Well met.
To do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some marvelous.
We don't take kindly to parasites.
Are you joking? This is great. Think of all the work we can get here. I heard he has a new show, Buddy the Dog.
Will be plenty.
Mark my words.
There's more than one way to skin a
I'll give them a piece
trestle.
of my mind.
I'd
We'll find a way into the city. You have my word.
Bastards.
She'd want me to sell it if it helps me feed a friend.
She was a better person than both of us.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
I tried.
No!
People will help.
Easy to sleep in.
You'll see.
Want to let those thugs get away with this?
Those folks work for the guild. They can get away with whatever they like.
Maybe it has something to do with the army about to invade the city. There's more than one way to skin a Tresson. We'll find a way into the city. You have my word.
There will be plenty of work endeavor to do. Safe work.
Armor, blades, moving from gun.
How many red coats are missing?
I just heard you.
They're damn near chomping at the bit. What's the plan? Will the wheel of wonders dub you worthy? Come, see!
Well met. It is. Mizo, I could flee to the spine of the world.
Violence erupts here. My home. My refuge in this city of stone and steel. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love. Are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor. Truth, a sword, and trust, a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
can't hurt, I suppose. Unless you embarrass me. Then you might find yourself hurting in a whole manner of ways.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. Glorious. Your bond is sweeter than nature's dew. I see you, know you. But do you know one another? Shadowheart, an endless storm surges behind sharp eyes. Listen, think. From where does Shadowheart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
I see. Are you sure you don't want to quit while you're behind?
Your bond tears, but it does not break. Have hope. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
Very good. Just don't say it so loud.
Our touch has been that of sunlight. But now we must ask the deep, the difficult. Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest shame?
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed to this. But you're right. You didn't do abysmally, I suppose. That's worth something.
Your bond a seedling, one that needs a gentle hand in its tending. Nurture it, and it will become a great oak in time. Your love is one few have. Cherish it. Go in peace, seedlings, and know that you made one whose heart was long quiet, beat with love anew.